Hi everyone and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I want to discuss the process of seeking balance between the mind and the soul. I feel this is a confusing aspect of our evolution and of our transition into the fifth dimensional new earth and could use some more explaining. Many believe that the ascension process is something that will happen in the physical, three-dimensional world. But what many fail to understand is that the actual transformation of this new reality and this new earth will happen completely from within and has zero to do with our physical state. Now, regarding reality creation, seeking balance between the mind and the soul are achieved entirely through an inner process that involves the mind working together in harmony with the soul. When we're talking about our mind in these specific terms, we're actually referring to our subconscious mind, whereas the soul is in direct relation to our level of consciousness in terms of our universal connection to Source. The soul is the location and the connection of this Source. It is the entirety of all there is and ever will be, and it's already established and known by your higher consciousness, higher self, God, spirit, higher power, or whatever you choose to call it. Tapping into the soul portion is only half of the process and requires practice and a variety of inner work, while the other half is entirely guided by what we perceive and label as our mind, which, as I stated earlier, is our subconscious mind. So what do I mean by saying the idea of the mind is actually the subconscious mind at work? It can be explained by the fact that the average human has somewhere between 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts processing through their minds each and every day. That being said, that would lead us to the realization that at very best, we're probably only aware of 1% of our actual thoughts on any given day, as those are the ones that are actually being brought into our conscious realm of thought. Even at just 1% though, we would still be focusing and thinking about over 600 to 800 conscious thoughts each day, which to me still seems like a pretty high number, especially when we consider how many projects each of us typically work on each day, and out of those projects, how many of those do we devote single-minded focus to? Therefore, after only a few hours or even a full 8 to 10 hour workday, we've absorbed very few thoughts because we've been so focused on certain aspects of our day and our job. So it leaves us very little time, if any, to absorb much of the other tens of thousands of thoughts that are entering and passing through our subconscious mind each day. So with that being said, the keys to finding balance between the mind and the soul involves us understanding how to use and perfect our true powers to manifest and create our reality. The key and number one thing to do is to gain control of those unconscious thoughts by filling them with purposeful, conscious thoughts. You must first begin by programming or reprogramming your mind, or in other words, your subconscious mind, with the proper thoughts and visualizations that must be developed in order to make the transition into the new dimension that is now upon us. Your attitude matters, and it is such an important aspect of this process. After all, we are all made up of energy, and that energy vibrates and resonates at certain frequencies based on our own emotional states. Our thoughts, both conscious and subconscious, are controlling our emotions, which in turn raise or lower our frequencies at any given moment in time. You can begin taking control of your thoughts by deliberately filling your mind with only positive and loving thoughts. Take small little breaks throughout your day just to be present in the moment and to think consciously and imagine the positive outcomes you wish to see for the future. This can be done at any time throughout the day. I recommend it become the first thing you do each morning. Start by filling your mind and your subconscious mind with the affirmations and the incantations of the person you are becoming and desire to be, and fill them with the accomplishments you will soon make in your future. Other times that can be used to take control of your mind and of your thoughts would be during meditation, while in the shower, on your commute, or before going to sleep at night. It's really as simple as finding any time throughout the day that you can break up 5 to 10 minutes or so just to be present and focus your thoughts and your imagination towards that positive future you want to see for yourself and for others. That's really all it takes. We are currently entering into a new round of evolution where our previous ideas of reality will no longer play a significant role in our perception of the outer world. We are learning now how to absorb the energies and the frequencies that are being beamed into us from Source. And these energies are in fact realigning our physical DNA, as well as allowing us to access our soul bodies and our connection to the etheric realms. As we each move forward on our journey, we will begin to witness our powers of creation growing stronger and faster as each day passes. The current knowledge of our perceived three-dimensional world will begin to serve us less and less in our process of creating reality, as this power will evolve from within you and no longer from an external source. It's basically as simple as you become what you focus on, or in other words, where focus goes, energy flows. The bottom line here is we are truly powerful creator sons, and we each in fact are capable of creating the entire universe from within each of us. We are all separate in our perception, but we are each just tiny little pieces of the whole that is connecting everything in the universe. This knowledge of our true birthright is quickly becoming revealed to us. The future will quickly become a reality in which we will finally remember and understand the underlying laws of the universe as we transition into harmony with the mind and the soul, using the powers of our mind to begin creating the specific frequencies of joy, love, compassion, forgiveness, and light that we each desire. In doing so, we will become more in tune with our soul self, which will in turn reveal more of the universal knowledge that will be required for our further evolution into the fifth dimension. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified of future videos and interviews as they come out. And before I go, always ask yourself, what reality are you choosing to create today? Bye now.